What's up everyone? How you all doing? Or as we say in Swedish, hur är läget? So, what I wanted to talk about in this clinic is a way that I approach odd groupings and how you can incorporate these odd groupings into your personal drumming. Okay? And I'm going to show you one way that I really like to use this concept. So I really hope you guys will get some fresh ideas and new ways of thinking, and to get some inspiration of how you can take this concept and grow it into something entirely different and just take it to that next level. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to deal with groupings of 5s and grouping of 7s. Okay, so the sticking for a grouping of 5 goes like this: right, right, left, right, left. And that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's for a grouping of 5. And for a grouping of 7, we're going to do that exact same thing, but we're going to add a set of single strokes, just right, left at the very end. So we're going to have this: right, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So before we start doing stuff with this, it's really important to get comfortable playing the pattern by itself to really get that muscle memory locked in. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to play it with a metronome. Let's see here. There we go. Let's put it down a bit. Let's see here. All right. So we're going to play it really slow at 40 beats per minute. And also, to play these odd groupings, we have to play them in some type of subdivision. So we're going to play them as 16th notes, and that's 4 hits per quarter note or per beat. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Okay, so let's try that really slow over and over again. We'll start with the 5s and then we'll move on to the 7s. Okay, so here's the 5s at 40 beats per minute. 3 E and 4 E and scared. She's off the mic. So now let's do the same thing with the 7s. All right, so when you feel comfortable doing that, then it's time to do something with this, because let's be honest, right now it doesn't do a whole lot just on the snare, so we have to do something with it. So what we're going to do is that we're going to place a right hand on the hi-hat, and left hand's going to stay on the snare drum. And we're going to add something more to this, we're also going to add some dynamics, and here's what we're going to do with that. So we're going to start with a 5. So what we're going to do is that we're going to accent the 3rd and the 4th hit of the 5. So we're going to have right, right, left, right, left. Okay? And also we're going to put bass drum together with all the hi-hat hits. Okay? And as far as the grouping of 7, we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're also going to we're going to play an accent on the 6th hit as well. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? And also we're going to open the hi-hat on all the accents to kind of give it some more crisp. Okay? So let's try that really slow. I'll start with the 5s and then I'll move on to the 7s. Okay? 2, And now the 7s. Alright, so when you feel comfortable doing that, then it's time to slowly and gradually bring this up to speed. Because, I mean, it's kind of cool at that tempo, but you can get a lot cooler if you speed it up. Okay, so a great goal tempo for this would be somewhere around 110. So somewhere around 110 is really good goal tempo for this. So let's try that. Bring the tempo up. First the groupings of 5, and then the groupings of 7. Okay, let's do it. And then the groupings of 7s. Alright, so when you feel comfortable playing that at a faster tempo, it's time to apply this concept to some type of musical situation. Because you want to know how to apply it to a musical situation so you know how to apply it, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a fill of these odd groupings. Okay? And to make it a 1-bar fill in 4/4 time, all we have to do in order to fit these odd groupings in is to figure out how many 16th notes are there in 1-bar 4/4 time. Well, in 1-bar 4/4 time, there's 16 16th notes. So if we take our 5s, for example, we know that we can do the 5s 3 times, because 3 times 5 equals 15. And then to complete the measure, we're going to add 1 hit with the left hand. So we have a remainder of 1. Okay? And for the grouping of 7, all we have to do is do the same thing. So let's see. We can do the grouping of 7 2 times, because 2 times 7 equals 14. And then we have a remainder of 2. So we're going to add just right, left at the very end to round it off as a fill. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 3 bars of a groove, and then I'll do the groupings of 5 as a fill, and then I'll do the groove again for 3 bars, and then I'll do the fill with groupings of 7. Okay, so at 110 beats per minute, let's do it. Oh my God. Alright, so that's how you can use these odd groupings as a fill, and it's just a great way to kind of spice up your playing and get some odd groupings into your drumming. Okay, so now it's time for some questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to fire them off at Amber, and I'll do my very best to answer them. Okay, so while you're asking your questions, what I wanted to do is kind of like show you another way that you can use this concept. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my right hand and place it on the ride cymbal, and all the accents are going to go up to the bell, okay? And all the other hits are going to go just on the ride, okay? And I wanted to show you how we can use this concept in a more of an improvised setting. So I'm going to just improvise a little bit and throw this in every once in a while and mix them up. So 5 7 5 5 7 7 5 7 5, just back and forth to create this rhythmic conversation, okay? So let's do that. right, so there you have it. That's my take on the odd groupings, and feel free to take this concept and grow it into your own idea. Maybe you can move the right hand around, change some accents here and there, you know, be as creative as you possibly can with this, and because that's what's going to make you a great creative drummer. Okay, so any questions?
Yeah, we have one from Chump. It says, who are your favorite drummers that use these ideas?
Well, obviously Mike. I mean, that's where kind of the idea started with these odd groupings, and then I just try to, what can I do with it to make it kind of like my own idea, or how can I tweak it? So I just came up with this concept of starting it with a double stroke, a right hand double stroke. So right, and from there on out, it's just single strokes until it repeats, okay? So, I mean, there's so many combinations you can do. Just think about it. There's right, left, right, left. I mean, there's endless combinations. So, I mean, that's how it got started, and you know, I just tried to develop this idea, and I'm still trying to grow it as much as I can, and still trying to take everything I know and grow it into these new ideas. So I hope that helps.
So I have a question, like, you're doing this as 16ths. Have you ever tried it in any other subdivisions?
Yes. I've actually tried it as eighth note triplets as well. So why don't I just play it with the quarter note pulse, and I'll play them as eighth note triplets and go back and forth between the eighth note triplets and 16th notes. Kind of gives it a more interesting feel. Check it out. So you can totally do that. You can do them as quintuplets, you know, basically anything. So it's just a matter of being as creative as you possibly can and try to take this, you know, take this idea of starting it with the right-handed double stroke and develop it as much as you can in every subdivision, and try to move the hands around as much as possible and just be as creative as you possibly can. Okay.
Greg has a question.
Hey, I'm just wondering, there's a lot of coordination involved to pull off those odd grouping things, especially with your left foot. Is there anything specific you did to help you work out the coordination?
Well, I mean, basically just working on it, you know, playing stuff against the quarter note, everything that you can think of, like right kick, left kick, right left kick, as in all these different subdivisions, and just making sure that everything is playable against the quarter note, and then upbeats and splash close and everything. So you're constantly trying to be a chameleon for every possible variation there is. So I just created my own exercises. When I just found something that I couldn't do, I made that my exercise and I worked on it. So that's kind of how I approach the independent stuff. It's like when I find something that I can't do, I make that my exercise. And I solve the problem, and that's what's going to strengthen my drumming. So hope that helps.
Okay, last question's from Steve. Could you use these ideas in a cover situation?
Definitely. I mean, you can totally use them in pretty much any style you want. I mean, you can swing them, you can play them straight, you can play them as, you know, straight triplets. There's no like, this is what you can do with it. I mean, you can do pretty much anything you want as long as you're being creative with something. So if you want to play it, apply it to a cover song, that's fine. If you want to do it in more of an improvised fusion, jazz, hardcore, rock session, that's fine too. I mean, all you have to do is find that how it's make it feel good and make it feel right. So if it feels good, you can do it.